for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on?
Won't someone do aught about this?
We have arrived. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. Wonder if anyone would notice I'm just raising to lead a quiet life.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Such quietude is a blessing.
This armor's seen better days.
All's well here. I'd best move on.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
A larger audience to be said, pockets to ply.
My sword arm could use some work.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems.
You wouldn't want to make the others jealous.
The weight of my duties is not to flatter me.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten. Would that all my days were so short. It would appear I was mistaken. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Is there aught you require?
There's ought to be said,
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Such quietude. Well, let's see.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steam. Silence, not a bit.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight. Ah, I see you found the spectacles. Shall we deliver them to their rightful owner, Magistrate Woldhar? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use. Caught you! You'll be all right now.
I can't count the number of meats and fish that have gone to rot in my pack. You'd think the smell would remind me.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well done, sir. With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, that the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude. I begin to doubt I will e'er find the time to read every tome within these walls.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I... presume even me thinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? Over here, if you would. Tis this way.
Lots to be taken care of.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray, leave this place! My body, it refuses to obey me! There is a voice within my mind! It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation.
I quite agree. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust? Now to report to Captain Brandt.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batar, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely this ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk?
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Pray, follow me.
Interested in my wares?
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Now I'm gone and stepped in it. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
Mayhap I'll come here whenever it is. This sort of quiet means all's well.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happen upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not allowed in here.
Take it easy today. My knees are acting up. The wise are as discerning with time as with spell.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Only person I believe in is myself.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
I quite agree.
Here, if you please.
This armor's seen better days.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
We cannot accompany you there, master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
can't expect to fare so well every day.
Oh, looking for the Jadeite orb, are you? Can't say I've seen it, or heard of it for that matter. Mind refreshing my memory? It's all coming back to me now. Which is to say, I've not a clue. But I can tell you what I'd do if I nicked a treasure like that. My first stop would be Ibrahim's scrap store. Got to be sure my price is the genuine article, eh? The scrap stores are in the checkpoint rest town. Might be worth a look, see?
Oh, well, it's not my duty.
Job, this.
Ah, we meet again. Is there aught I can assist you with? What would you have me say, showing me such a letter? Oh, I see. You know of Lord Phaesus, then. Very well. I shall share with you what little I know. Lord Phaesus is the director of the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. 'Tis true that I have had dealings with him in the past, but I was ne'er privy to more than that. Even in Batal, few people know of his existence. To a Vermundian such as myself, the man is an enigma. If you would know more, why not visit the lab yourself? Such an errand ought prove simple for the Arisen, no? You. I wonder how you must feel, having locked me away in this dismal place. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location?
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden. lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
Few other places where I can truly feel at ease.
Is this some manner of trial?
All honest coin is made while the sun is high. My feet always take me here.
We must needs find a smith with the skill to restore this blade. To whom can we turn for aid in this matter?
What might you be looking for?
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Hey? Got a blade what needs fixing, do ya? Hand it over. Where'd you find this ancient thing? I can scarce see the steel for all this rust. But hold a moment. Isn't this a regalia sword? The state of it. Blades like this were ne'er meant for battle, sure, but this one's been ill-treated. Restoring an antique like this will prove nigh impossible, methinks. Although, there is one who might have the skill. A dwarf, Baron Batal. A living legend of the smithing trade. If anyone can do it, sir, I reckon 'tis he.
So a legendary blacksmith resides in Batal. It sounds as though he's our best bet for restoring the regalia sword.
Indeed, you are correct.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared... All right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged. A solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
What to make of